Okay, so it sounds like this is the category where legislation is most appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely right. Because typically here you're looking at wanting to be clear about what your rights and obligations are. Now, sometimes you'll want some flexibility around that. Mm-hmm. And I think I gave an example in relation to confidentiality earlier. But by and large, you want to know what the roadmap is for, how admissible is your evidence going to be? What's the scope of confidentiality? What does that really mean, right? Or is it going to be different from mediation to mediation? If my mediator doesn't do a professional job, what are my rights in relation to taking action against my mediator? Not that that happens very often at all, but it's an important question. Mediators are professionals and need to be accountable.
Yeah.
And also, what about the mediated settlement agreement? It's interesting around the mediated settlement agreement because you find in a lot of civil law countries that there's legislation which I think Norway and Germany have some examples, and other countries too, where you have something which is called different names, but it's sort of like a mediation deed, right? So if your mediation meets certain criteria, you've got an appropriate mediator and you've got lawyers there and you sign off in a particular way, you have a mediation agreement which has a higher level of enforceability than that of an ordinary contract. Right? Something like a mediation deed. In common law countries, it's less likely to find something like that. You're less likely to find something like that because I think the thinking is parties want to be able to have the flexibility to choose what sort of legal form they want for their mediated outcome. But once you get into that, once you choose an ordinary contract or a settlement deed, or you might have a consent arbitral award, or if you're in a court-ordered mediation scheme, you could agree to have your mediated settlement agreement take the form of a court order. Once you choose that, then the rules are clear.
Right.
Yeah? But you with your legal advisors, if they're there, have the option of choosing one of a different number of legal forms for your settlement agreement.